Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining on episode 75. I can't believe we're at 75. It's kind of amazing. I honestly, when I started this, didn't know how long I was going to go or where I was going to go with it, but you guys have stuck with me, and we are now 75 episodes in. If you have missed some, I hope that you go back and listen to them and that they are super informative and interesting for you. I know some of them are a little repetitive, but I always give different stories even though I'm talking about similar subjects. Today is all about, hey friends, today is all about dips. I am a fan of dips. If you look in my refrigerator, there are many types of dips. Some are cheesy, some are spicy, some are not so spicy, some have veggies, some are just salsas, lots of dips. My husband and I like to dip things. Some are just also sauces that we make into dips. Like if I mix them with sour cream or ranch or something else, then I just put them in a little dish and we dip whatever we're eating in them. We also are a big fan of chips in this house, which is probably why we like dips so much. I also find that they are very versatile. They go really well as random pizza sauces. They go really well on different sandwiches as like a different kind of a spread. I've used them as part of pasta sauces, like a really cheesy dip. We like this one called it's Neufatel cheese based. And hey friend, thanks for joining me. I'm going to wave, so excuse my fingers in the what do you call it on the screen? Okay, so it has artichokes, it has jalapenos, and then Neufatel cheese. Not a lot of jalapenos, just enough for a little bit of flavor. And it just, you put a dollop of that on your pizza. You know, like when you see a pizza and it has like a big round of mozzarella on top, right? So I ran out of shredded cheese. I was like, what in here is shredded? Is cheesy, right? It's gonna be creamy and good. We had that, and so I put a couple dollops, and my husband and I just kind of looked at each other. We were like, we're never having pizza without this. Okay, I've made the pizza without that, but we really like it on it. And I've even used that cheese as part of the spread because he likes white pizzas, which is where you use like an Alfredo sauce instead of a red sauce, and that's really fun too. So don't be afraid to mix and match and use things in different ways. Get creative in the kitchen and make the most of everything that you have. Hey girlfriend, I'm gonna wave at you too. I love that you guys are joining in. Let me know if you have any questions. Just type them in and hit send, and then I can answer them live. So that is my spiel on dips, is just get creative. If you're not sure how to use something, ask me. Google it, Pinterest it. There's so many options and there's so many different varieties. This week on the Facebook group, I am posting healthy versions of some favorite dips, and you can find them there. If you are looking for something specific, I would love to help you out. And then also, if you are on my email list, you will be getting a sweet salsa recipe that I totally love. You can use it just as plain salsa, or you can change it up a little bit and use it as like a fun light dessert, which is great in summertime. And those directions are in the email as well. I don't want to give too much away, but it's pretty good, and I've taken it to parties and people love it. So I'm gonna go with it's pretty good. But I do want to say a couple things about when you're buying your dips, because we all buy dips, right? Again, that cheese dip I buy hummus because I'm not gonna make it myself. I just am not patient enough. I sometimes will make like my own pestos and things like that. But again, sometimes it's just easier to buy it, right? Especially when you only need a little bit and you want it to last a while. Anyway, or if you don't want to buy all the ingredients and big things and it's just easier sometimes to buy a thing of hummus, and it comes in like 1,000 different flavors, and so it's just grab it, right? The one thing I want to caution you is to make sure you are reading those labels. Read even down to the fine little print. Don't worry about the last couple, because on nutrition labels, the ingredient that is the most goes first, and then it goes down from there. So sometimes there's things like ascorbic acid or something like that, and that really is just to keep the flavor fresh and to keep the color in the packaging fresh so that it doesn't change color. Like if you just cut up a veggie or a fruit or something in the and you put it in your refrigerator, you know how it changes colors. Ascorbic acid is basically like a lemon juice. It's just the scientific name for it. So don't worry about things like that. But if there are things in there that you cannot pronounce, or if there are things in there that are like the crazy names of sugars, or if it just says sugar and it's one of the top 3 ingredients, put that dip down. Unless it is a dessert and you're going to use this much of it or share it with lots of friends, we do not need sugar to be in our top 3 ingredients of just about anything, right? So those are my words of caution. If you want me to review anything or you need my advice on something, I am happy to give it. And I hope that those tips help out. I love doing things where you can hide the veggies. Like if you do a creamy sauce or creamy dip, you can puree some cauliflower in, or I love adding like edamame or peas to my guacamole. In fact, today on my Facebook group, I posted 5 different guacamoles, and you might be surprised at some of the ingredients in them. They were shocking and fun and sound totally amazing. So I might have to make some of those. So let's talk about what to dip in your dips, right? I mean, you got your chips. You got your potato chips and your tortilla chips. You've got your usual veggie array, right? So, have you ever had pickled veggies at like a Mexican restaurant? You know, they bring you the chips and salsa or the chips and guac, and you just kind of go to town, right? And you lose track. You lose track of all those chips. Well, the salsa is probably not that bad for you because although in some Mexican restaurants they add sugar to their salsas, which I found out the hard way. But that said, what you're dipping in it is just as important, if not more important, than what you're putting on that thing, right? So you want to make sure that you're getting a balance. Like you don't want to dip a super salty chip into something that's super salty. And you don't want to dip something that is fried and, with not so great oils. So it's already a treat, and then you're dipping it in something else that's a treat, and then you're getting a double whammy. You kind of want to find that balance, right? So let's say that you are at a party and there's a spinach dip, and you know that it's made fresh by someone, that it's not purchased at a grocery store, because when it's purchased at a grocery store, run away. The ingredients are probably not going to be great. But if someone made it with love, made it with high-fat cream cheese or Greek yogurt or something like that, it's going to be great in small quantities, right? You don't want to be like gouging yourself on these things. So maybe some bell peppers would be awesome. Carrot sticks would be awesome in that. And I went away from the Mexican restaurant thing. I will go back to that. Try to do like a small piece of bread even with that. If that's your carb for your whole meal, then it's okay to use it as your appetizer, as you're mingling, as you're walking around. When you're at a Mexican restaurant, many times they will have pickled veggies. My favorite is to ask for the pickled carrots, and they come in rounds or like ovals, and they'll be pickled so they have that crunch like a chip. They have the tang like a chip because they have that vinegar and salt on them, and you're getting your veggies. It's a great way to get in some awesome veggies without the fried of the chip, because yes, those fresh chips are amazing, but I need to sit and eat a dozen carrots, not 24 chips, right? So usually I'll do a balance of the two, where I'll grab a couple chips, I'll put them on my napkin or my plate, and I'll know that those are my chips. But if I still want salsa and I still want guacamole as a dip, then I will ask for those pickled veggies and I will use that, and that really satiates, and I still get that crunch and the dippy goodness, right? So those are some great things to put in your dips. Jicama is great, and I personally am allergic to jicama, but my kid loves it, everybody loves it, I love it. I wish I was not allergic to it. certain dips. Berries are even awesome. I'm trying to think of some other ones. So there's like this little gnats right now. It's driving me nuts. They're like everywhere. And I'm like I've wiped down every single surface of this house. How can there still be these little gnats? I think it's the bananas. I think it's the bananas that are a week and a half old. I think I need to put them in the fridge. Okay, I digress. So many things that you can dip. So get outside of the box and figure out some alternate things besides just a potato chip that you can dip into your dips. Some great things that work as dips that are not necessarily a dip would probably be like a sandwich salad, like a tuna salad or an egg salad or something like that. Some of my favorite summer meals are literally just egg salad or tuna salad with a handful of like with some shredded cheese in it. One of my secrets. And then I get some veggie chips, and that is a whole meal. And I'll even chop up like some celery or some spinach, super, super, super fine. And so it matches that whole texture, and it goes in the creamy texture. You don't even notice that you're having some greens with your protein, and then you are getting some carbs with those veggie chips. Really great way to like make a whole balanced meal and stay cool in the summer. I know we are warming up here in California, and you guys will be warming up other parts of the country too. Okay, so that is my spiel on that. Next, I wanted to tell you about my meal plan for the week, and I gotta tell you, I went shopping last weekend. I did not go shopping this weekend, so my meals are a little bit like clean the pantry and what do we have left kind of deals, because I didn't really do a 2-week meal plan. I just sort of bought some extra stuff, which I kind of thought, oh, that'll be a fun challenge. It is and it's not. So we'll see how these meals actually turn out. Like tonight, for instance, I did not plan my veggies well because we had broccoli slaw last night and we were supposed to have it tonight. So there's no more broccoli slaw, and I don't really want to repeat the broccoli. So I'm gonna have to find another veggie to make a salad or something out of. We are going to have tomato soup tonight, which is actually not, yeah, we're gonna have tomato soup, and I'm going to add leeks and white beans to it because it's Meatless Monday. So we're going for white beans for our protein, and it's also very fibrous, so it'll fill up. It'll be really yummy. And then I was gonna make a broccoli slaw on the side, but I'm probably going to make like a cucumber salad or something like that. And then tomorrow I was going to make tacos. However, 2 things happened. 1, I don't have as many tortillas as I thought I did. So I can either go over to our neighbor and ask him for a couple more tortillas, which he probably has, or I can make Mexican pizza, which I actually am probably going to do. My husband, we had pizza this weekend, and he was like, I want more pizza. Okay, well, we're not going to order pizza again. Just trying to eat at home as much as possible. So I am probably actually just going to make some taco pizza. We'll see how that goes. Good times. So I was going to do some cheddar, yellow squash, and kale with cilantro on the side. So there will probably be something similar to that on the side still. And then some steak that I'm going to chop up and I'll season. And I'm probably going to do a sauce of avocado and then also put avocados on top, like slices of avocado on top, which is going to be like really, really creamy and really good. The next night we are going to do grilled chicken with mozzarella and basil on top, which I hope will be good. And then I am gonna and then we're gonna do some acorn squash with that, and I'll probably do a cucumber salad, depending on how much I have left over after doing that tonight. I might have to swap that up, but that's totally fine. We have lots of different greens, and I just need to figure out what we have. And so the next night after that, we're going to do sausage stuffed potatoes with garlic broccoli. Okay, so for this, I have broccoli florets, and I just throw them in a little bit of garlic and put them in the air fryer, and that's it. And then we eat them, and they're like it's like popcorn. I don't know. You just go grab a handful. They're so good. So that's gonna be really, really good. The sausage that I'm using is actually a breakfast sausage from Butcher Box, and it has so much wonderful fat in it. It's amazing. And I probably will do half sausage and half beef. And then the rest of that meat I'm gonna use to make burgers on Saturday because it'll already be seasoned, it'll already be good, it has that really high fat content. And so on Sunday, I'll use the leftover of it, and we're just gonna do burgers and tots on Sunday night because usually I'm like, I want something really fast on Sundays. And on Friday, I was going to do the pizza. But now I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do. I will probably do some sort of pasta. I have this linguine that has hidden veggies in it, and then I'll do a garden salad with pine nuts on it, and I'll probably put in some I don't know, some chicken or whatever I decide to do. So I'll probably do pasta, and I can show you guys the package because it's great. Don't you love when I go off camera? It's like annoying. Okay, so I don't often eat pure pasta. Usually I try to get like brown rice pasta or quinoa pasta or whatever. But this one is just plain pasta. It's just plain pasta. It happens to have chive in it, and it is so good. And of course, it's from Trader Joe's. But the texture of it is really good, and it's already seasoned. And so no matter what sauce I've put on it before, it is just awesome. So I might even just do a little bit of garlic and butter on it, and serve it with a lean protein, and go from there. So check back and see what I actually make, because you know I will post it, and we will see you there. So I'm going to go ahead and pray for your week, pray for your meals, and then I will say goodbye, and then I'll say I hope to see you next week, and thank you so much for joining me. It makes me so happy to know that you guys are looking for meals that are healthy, that taste really great, that just give you that energy for your whole week. Okay, here we go. Dear Lord Jesus, thank you so much for these folks who are joining me. Thank you for giving us the resources to make healthy meals that give us fuel to our bodies, that boost our immunity, that protect us from all that's going on in the world. Lord, use these meals to give us energy to do all the things that we need to do, because there's a lot to do all the time because life gets crazy. And I just pray that these folks don't burn their meat and enjoy the food that they make for themselves. In your name I pray. Amen. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. And oh my goodness. I'll see you next week. Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.